Well, welcome everybody to the fifth and last part of this month's online program for the alumni of the Sunshine Coast Health Center here in Powell River, British Columbia. And we've been talking this month on spirituality. And as I mentioned, Dr. Ken Hart and I are writing this chapter for a big textbook on spirituality and how psychology deals with it. And we've been struggling to understand what is this thing that people call spirituality. So in the last couple of weeks, we've just taken some common things about spirituality. So for 2 weeks ago, we talked about this idea that whatever spirituality is, it's a very positive thing in life. It seems to ease suffering. Last week, we talked about whatever spirituality is, it seems to inspire hope and offer a promise for the future. And this week, another one of these common things that I think is important is that whatever spirituality is, it seems to pervade everything we do. So when we ask people who tell us they're spiritual, they tell us that being spiritual is a way of life. So it's not some sort of selective little thing. So, I don't know, I'll go to church on Sunday and I'll be spiritual for an hour. And then the rest of the time I won't be spiritual. It's not that at all. It's actually informing and preceding everything that they do. So when we ask them about, what is life like? They'll tell us things like, they'll watch a sunset and describe how magnificent it is. Or even if it's raining, they'll say, oh yes, it's a wonderful day. Or perhaps they'll give you a description of a child's smile. And even in the tougher parts of life, let's say someone, they're driving along and someone gives them the finger. They don't seem to take that personally. And they don't get mad at the person. They just think to themselves, guess he just is having a bad day today. Maybe got into a big argument with his lover this morning. Who knows? But this idea of like water off a duck's back in terms of the negative things in life, but also the positive seems to be more positive. The grass is a little greener. And this is what these people who tell us they have spirituality have. And when they look at things, even I'm thinking of like artists, right? The kind of concept they seem to share with the artist, where they can take the most minute little thing and find this incredible meaning in it. And one of my favorite examples is a famous poem called The Flea, where this poet takes what you and I would just dismiss or swat or get rid of, and all of a sudden he starts looking at this flea, where it's this huge poem on it, and it has this profound meaning of life. It's sort of like that idea. They can take the simplest little things and they just blossom with meaning. It's almost like it creates a sense of awe and mystery and wonder at the universe. So whatever this thing is that we call spirituality, the people who say they're spiritual seem to have this just infused inside of them. So whatever this force is that pervades the universe, that they've connected with it, and life is just so much more vibrant, so much more exciting, so much more filled with mystery, so much more filled with awe. It just makes them feel, as they tell us, more alive, more energized, more vital, excited to get up in the morning and greet the new day. And even the bad things in life don't seem to be all that bad for them. So at any rate, and again, as I mentioned at the beginning of the month, not that we really find any answers to what spirituality is or what it means or anything else, but find these little clues. And as I always say, something to think about, right? Who knows? Maybe it'll trigger something for you. Maybe it'll spark an idea. But that's it for this week. And as always, we have the written portion of the online program. If you want to read it and a few questions to fill out and send it in, that's great. And at any rate, we'll see you back in August with a new one.